Yan. Andyan pa ba kayo? Ayan, nandito tayo sa Brandenburg. Ito po talaga yung big monument dito sa Berlin, capital ng, of course, unified Germany. Alam niyo naman yung kasaysayan ng Germany for centuries, no? In fact, almost for millennia. There was no such thing as a unified Germany. Nangyari lang talaga yan thanks to the ambition of the people, the monarchs, and the strategies from Prussia, no? So this is the heartland of Prussia, and later on, of course, Prussia, under Otto von Bismarck, would manage to defeat its rivals within the Germanic world, including the Austrian Empire, and of course, na unify in Germany into the German Empire, and later on, of course, nawala yung German Empire dahil natalo sila ng First World War, so naging republic. Nonetheless, despite their defeats in two world wars, Germany today is the most powerful economy here in Europe, one of the most powerful countries in the world, as an exporting superpower. And today also very very important pagdating sa future ng Europe, no? Tsaka also yung ability ng Western countries to really deter a potential full-scale war and invasion of Kiev. Dahil nga napakalalim yung relationship ng Germany at Russia. In fact, just over there in the horizon, makikita niyo yung Russian flag there. Grabe yung embassy ng Russia dito. I mean, yung US embassy just around the corner, nondescript. You won't even notice it. But the Russian embassy, you'll definitely notice it for the architecture and the size and all, which tells you a lot about gaano kamahalaga yung relationship ng Russia at Germany, no? And especially for Russians, of course, Germany is a major investors and a leading customer. At recently, nag-decide po ang Scholz administration to take decisive action in response to Putin's latest move in Ukraine, yung recognition of the breakaway republics backed up by pro-Russian rebels. So in response, immediately, within I think 12 hours, nag-suspend po ang Germany ng Nord Stream 2, which is the pipeline project going from the Baltic all the way to Germany. That would have been the cornerstone of energy security cooperation between the two sides. Wala na po yan. Tanggal na yan. Tinanggal na ni Scholz. At least for the meantime, suspended yan. So, Germany is making some big move and big sacrifices. At maraming umaasa sa Germany to really make that kind of sacrifice para naman maisisigurado na maging effective yung collective pressure on Russia to prevent or deter Putin from taking the next move, which is potentially invasion of Kiev. All-out invasion na. So yun ang ina-avoid nila, and this is where Germany is very, very, very important. Okay, it's very, very important para sa kanila. Ayan, mukhang may wedding yatang nangyayari dito. Nakaka-distract naman ang nangyayari. Seryoso naman po tayo, ayan, pinaalis tayo. Medyo, ayan, parang Eastern European yata. Naku po, hindi yata nagmamask ang mga tao dito. Ako lang yata nakamask dito, talaga mga Asians lang talaga. Pogi naman tayo, di ba? Kahit naka-mask. Grabe, sabi nung isa, shout out. Sabi nga nung isa, mas pogi pag naka-mask. Kung sakit naman magsalita. Ayan na, magpipictorial sila dyan. Okay, dito tayo. Ayan, yung katulad ng sinasabi natin. Of course, Russia has been under sanctions for quite some time, especially after yung 2014 annexation of Crimea. The former Merkel administration really mobilized a lot of support, imposed sanctions. Pero hindi pa sila nag-all out Kasi yung next level ng sanctions ay tanggalin talaga yung Russia doon sa international banking systems, including yung SWIFT. So mahirapan talaga ng Russian companies and even ordinary citizens to conduct international transactions. That would be very difficult and could hurt a lot of Russians. So personally, I'm really against sanctions. Mukhang yung calculation talaga yung West is i-target yung political base ni Putin, including mga big oligarchs, and drive them away from Putin. So this could have a lot of repercussions also for Putin, kung itutuloy yan. Yan ang calculus talaga dito ng mga strategists at policymakers dito sa West. So Germany will be a big factor. So madali for US, I mean, yung actually sinabi ng foreign minister ng Germany. I had the question and answer part also with her regarding China. Pag-usapan natin yun separately. So yung sinabi ng German foreign minister doon sa Munich was madali for US to talk about sanctions. Hindi naman sila ganun ka-invested in Russia, and more especially, hindi sila ganun ka-reliant on Russian natural gas. I mean, of course, US is an energy superpower itself, di ba? But Europe, malaking bagay talaga. Ang laki nung energy dependence ng maraming bansa dito, including Romania, Italy, and also Germany. So mahalaga talaga para sa kanila to ensure that they as much as they want to stand in solidarity with Ukraine and stand for the ideals of the transatlantic alliance, they want to make sure that they don't undermine their own national security and energy security. But yun nga, in response to Putin's latest move, which happened right after tapos yung Olympics sa China, so that tells you a lot about the influence of China also on Russia. You saw Schulz making that big move, no? Suspending Nord Stream 2. But let's see what's gonna come out next. So, more developments pa dyan. May meeting pa tayo shortly. I have to talk to some friends of mine who are, of course, informed sila dito sa bagong administration ni Schulz. So, medyo, ayoko naman sabihin na insider per se, pero people are very familiar with Schulz thinking. So kausapin ko sila to have some ideas about the direction of German foreign policy. If this is the most that Germany is going to do, or this is just the beginning of what Germany could do should the situation continue to deteriorate dyan sa Eastern Front, no? Now dito actually sa north of Germany, Prussia, right? Malapit na ito sa Russia, no? At saka yung Eastern Europe, parang more Eastern Europe ng orientation dito, which is very different from Munich way in the south. I mean, it took me 6 hours to get here with relatively high-speed railway. No, yung train ko was going up to close to 200 kilometers per hour. So medyo malayo, right? Ayan, grabe may talagang grabe yung limousine. Mukhang bilyonaryo yata yan, Brandenburg talaga. So yun, may meeting tayo. So magka-question answer din tayo dyan. Shout out naman dyan. So yung mga nakinig sa mga analysis natin ngayon, yan lang sasabihin ko sa inyo na tuloy-tuloy yung updates natin dito at of course we want to make sure that these are informed opinions, so I'm gonna talk to some of the experts and very informed people here, including those who are very familiar with Scholz and the ruling party, no? SPD. So yon. So maraming salamat dun sa mga nakikinig sa atin. Continue to send your questions. Question answer tayo. Shout out naman dyan. Yan, yung mga nagko-comment dyan. Sige, mag-troll pa kayo sa akin. Ano yun? Parang ako lang yata nakamask dito. Hindi, may isa pang gano'n. Grabe talaga itong mga European. Relax na relax sila. As if walang pandemic. Anyways, pogi naman tayo kahit nakamask. Char! Ayan, basta. Yung magta-troll pa kayo sa akin. Sige, yung mga nagta-troll sa akin. Ay, huwag kayong magpadala dyan sa sun na yan. Ang lamig actually dito, to be honest. Medyo malamig-lamig. Kaya, yun. Sige guys, talk to you soon. Maraming salamat. So yun, Brandenburg. Boom. Really something. Maraming salamat. Talk to you guys soon.